everybody, this is Jean Bainey. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a little voiceover today. First of all, I had to kind of clear off my desk here. And my desk is really going to be a whole mess throughout. But still working and having fun in my Grungy altered journal. And I thought I'd just take a few minutes. I've been busy all week and haven't had a chance to even hardly get into it. But I've had all these wonderful pictures and fun things to put in, and I've been thinking about it all week. I've just ideas are rolling around in my head about what I'm going to do. And I did decide to go ahead and put the angel on the cover with the bell. But I haven't done it yet. But I did make that decision. That seemed to be the consensus on the voting from the last video. So I'm taking a little bit of time here. Putting this little Santa in the background just to kind of set the stage that it is Christmas time, and it's the season, and it's the period of the picture. And then I'm looking at this and thinking, ooh, I wonder if I can use this. So I'm tearing it a little bit, trying to think about if I want to really add it to this page or do something else with it. And actually, I did use part of it, and I did it a little bit later in the video. So you'll have to watch for that. But there's just so many pieces and things that I really want to use. So, since I've seen you last, we've had our first snow. And it was really, really pretty. It's one of those snows like you see in, what's that movie, White Christmas with Bing Crosby? Really heavy, pretty snow. Big, thick flakes. And it snowed for, a good while and covered everything. And it was just, it was very satisfying for the very first snow. And of course, since it was the 12th of November, then that means, according to old folklore, that we're going to have 12 good snows this winter. So I'm always glad when the first snow is early in the month of November. Now, since I haven't cleaned out my garden or done anything like that, I'm really hoping that it warms up again. But the snow lasted all weekend, and it was just really, really pretty. I stayed in. I'm not much of one to get out when it's icy and really, really cold. So I stayed in and just enjoyed the snow from afar. So anyway, and then when I was looking at this, I realized that, of course, you can see I hadn't done the cover yet because there's my angel right there next to the book. So anyway, I thought I would knock this background back just a little bit with some gesso, and it seemed really easy to do. Instead of using a paintbrush that I would have to wash out, I kind of like to brush it on with a credit card. That gives it a little bit of more of a smoothish texture, a texture that I like rather than the paintbrush. I gave it a little bit of a dry and made sure it was good and dry before I sprayed anything on it. And this kind of antiques the background just a little bit more. Then I used some brown ink and just touched it up here and there, just a little bit, just to kind of blend the background a little bit. So I was pretty happy with that. It was a little more antique-y looking, and I added just a little bit more ink, and then proceeded to go ahead and add my focal point. A lot of people put their focal point on last. I tend to put my focal point on kind of in the middle and then work around it and add little things to enhance it, I guess you'd say. But anyway, I was looking also for a little more texture, and I know I was going to use some of that netting in different areas, so I wanted to try some of this. It's kind of like a loose burlap kind of a texture, and I thought, well, this seems kind of fun, and let's just throw it on there and see how we like it. I always figure I can pull things off, especially when it's so grungy. I can pull things off, and it looks okay. It even looks even more grungy. So I feel kind of fearless about adding things in this particular type of mixed media. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I put plenty of glue on there, and then I even added a little bit more. And my hands tend to get very gluey, so I push it down with the bottom of the glue stick. Something I kind of do out of necessity. You kind of know how that is. So that's your tip for today. I'm just full of very useful tips. But I do tend to get very gluey hands, and then I start leaving glue marks even on the items that I've been hanging out a little bit at the bins lately. I'm just shopping way too much, and I do need to cut back. But, you know, every time I go to the post office, I keep thinking, well, I'm going to just take a run over to the bins just to see if there's anything particularly special, but I'm not going to just buy the ordinary stuff. But the problem is I poke around and I poke around and I poke around, and there's just so many cute little things. I keep adding things to my basket, and I end up coming home with a couple of bags of stuff, and it's adding up, so I'm going to have to be careful. Well, what I need to do is I need to maybe bundle some packages, and see if anybody wants to purchase some of the extra stuff, some of the extra cool stuff I find. Anyway, that's something to think about. If that's something that you might be interested in, just let me know in the comments, and I might have to put something together, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now I'm doing a little accenting here with my Stabilo. I just absolutely love my Stabilo pencils. They are just so fun, and it really makes a big difference. It just brings out your picture, just brings it forward and leaves that shadow behind it. So anyway, I'm going to speed this up just a little bit, because it does seem like it's running a little bit slow. And I'm just touching up here and just doing just some fun things. And that's always just the fun part of working in mixed media, is you can add things and play around and stop whenever you like. So I was thinking about that, what I should add to this page to make it more interesting. And I was trying out a few different things. So, but first I did want to add one of these stickers. I love the washi tape stickers. They just blend right in. Now I do have to cut off that white edge because that part doesn't blend quite as well. So you just really need that color. And then I matched it to the dress just using some colored pencils, so that if you're looking through it, I can blend it all in together like it's been there forever. like it's been aging there for years and years and years. Yeah, now this isn't the Stabilo. I'm just using just the plain colored pencil here. And I have so many of those. Oh, goodness. And I really wanted to pick up a bundle of them at the bins. They had colors on each side. And I always think, oh, I wonder if they're really good ones. I wonder. And I want to bring them home and test them out. But I didn't. I actually do have some restraint. I can't even tell you how many colored pencils I have. So I flipped over the page and I thought, oh, that's perfect for this particular piece. And it was just torn and I didn't know if I could even use it or not, but it's great for this book. This is where I want to put all those little distressed items and things that have no other home. I just love this vintagey picture, and it was actually an envelope of some sort, and I tore it when I opened it, and so I didn't think I was going to be able to use it, but it actually works pretty well here, and it looked kind of nice. I gave it a little bit of outline there, and anyway, I kind of liked how it looked. Then I decided to put little guy sitting here on the couch and make it a little scene. Then now it looks like a picture on the wall behind it. Now over on this side I had words that I needed to cover up. So this seemed like the perfect thing to put over the door. Warm winter blessings. And I liked how it's spelled in the Old English way, winter, Wynter. And the little sheep and everything is just so cute. I tend to get lost now in doing something else, and trust me, I'm going back to the other page, but right now I just had to add a few things. A little washi tape. Oh, let's get rid of some of that. And actually I stuck that in over on this side. So then of course a little bit more Stabilo and just having fun, just having a good time with that. And you know, it's kind of interesting because that's the page that I have that old washi tape. I've had that washi tape forever. And I was really sorry when it ran out. I really, really liked it. But it's just really nice for this particular page because it kind of looks like a little Norwegian scene. Doesn't it kind of give you a Scandinavian feel? It did me anyway. So now I'm looking over the page and I'm looking back and I'm thinking, I know it needs something, but I'm not sure just exactly what it needs. So I'm going to play around a little bit with a few items. I think I cut that out, some of the things that I tried, just because they kind of look dumb, some of them. But what I did know, I knew I needed this, some sort of words to kind of a phrase for the page. and it is just a hint of Christmas coming with our little Santa there and our little Christmas rose. And to me, she looks like she's out shopping because she's all dressed up in her nice dress, and she's out and about with the muff and everything. So I figured that it's a hint of Christmas to come, just kind of like it is right now. It's cold outside, and it's a little snowy, and Christmas is coming up, and so anyway, so I just wanted a little bit of a few things extra here, and I liked this. I just reached into my grab bag, and I found this, and it said "altered" on it, and I thought, oh, that is great. You know what I think? I'm wondering if it's like a dog tag or something, or a cat tag, and said the animal's been altered. But anyway, it's a great little metal tag, and I added some. I didn't want to put a ribbon on it, but I did put some jute on that, and then I used my trusty rock to weight it down. Then later on, I decided to put put that jeweled thing on. If you saw it earlier, I had put it on and taken it off. I thought it was just too big for it, but actually it wasn't, and it worked out really nice. So I threw that on and glued it down with some really good tacky glue, and then let it sit overnight with the rock on it. And this ended up being my finished page, and I'm pretty happy. I'm actually pretty happy with it. And I just added a few things kind of at the end today. So anyway, I'll say goodbye. Bye-bye.